Dharma in charity. Even before meeting the Buddha, he was endowed with kindness by nature and was very generous in charity because he often gave away his wealth to the poor, the lonely, and the homeless. At the end of the teaching, Anathapind attained the knowledge of the path of enlightenment and became a noble person. In this way, he was able to lay the foundation for attaining the title of Etadaka in the Buddha's teachings. As he had requested during the time of Paramutta Buddha, he was praised by those around him as Anathapindika, means one who gives heaps of rice to the destitute. This title reflects his noble disposition, and even his real name, has become famous to the point that it has faded away among the many great and noble ascetics who followed the teachings of the Buddha and supported the Dharma and the history of Buddhism. Once the wealthy Anathapindika traveled from Savatthi to Rajagaha on a business trip with 500 carts. Anathapinda got up early in the morning and set out alone to the seat of Ana forest near the tomb of the Buddha in Rajagaha, where he had been staying for 3 days. On the way, this thought occurred to him. There are so many people in the world who claim to be Buddhas. I have never seen the true Buddha. If that monk is a true Buddha, he would know my maiden name, Sudatta, and call me by name. The Blessed One, who had fully understood this thought, saw the wealthy Anathapinda coming from the path. So he sat down and greeted him, saying, "Come." Then the wealthy man, because his thoughts had been fulfilled, was overjoyed and believed that this man was indeed the Buddha. Then the wealthy man asked the Blessed One, "Can you sleep peacefully?" The Blessed One taught him that only those who are free from the heat of defilements can sleep peacefully, and stayed at the home of his brother-in-law. At that time, more than a year had passed since the Buddha's enlightenment, but Anathapindika did not yet know that he had become a Buddha. On the day he arrived, his brother-in-law had invited the Buddha and the monks to alms given the next morning, so the house was busy with work. Therefore, he could not even greet his guest. Then Anathapinda heard the word Buddha for the first time and realized that the Buddha jewel was blossoming in the world, and he immediately had a strong desire to visit the Buddha. Since it was nighttime, his father-in-law forbade him from visiting until the next morning. But Anathapind was so eager to see the Buddha that he could not sleep all night and woke up at dawn. The one who was especially praised with the title of Etadaga in charity was Anath. He was a Sotapanna Arya and is still famous as a major pillar of the Dharma today. The rich man's real name was Su. He had a fortunate encounter with the Buddha, unable to wait until the Buddha's alms. Having understood the stages of Anathapinda's knowledge, he taught him the 4 noble truths in order.